Hey, what's up, everybody? Real quick, I wanted to talk about transphobia and how bad it sucks. It sucks. I had an incident on Facebook this past weekend with some acquaintances of mine through my kind of sort of girlfriend, people she went to college with recently, who saw my episode of True Life. MTV's True Life. The episode's called I'm Changing My Sex. I believe it is still on truelife.mtv.com if you haven't seen it. I think it's a really well-balanced perspective. It's myself, and FTM, and L, MTF, and it kind of chronicles probably about a 3 to 4 month journey for the both of us, which is actually pretty cool. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. Fast forward through a little promotional plug. These individuals basically wrote a whole bunch of nasty shit about me on Facebook, calling me a hermaphrodite, calling myself and my girlfriend I was a he-she and she was a she-he. Whatever that means. I don't know what that stuff is. And like hermaphrodite, is this the 60s? Like, I don't even understand why that would. I don't even think people still said hermaphrodite, but apparently they do. But I was really kind of appalled and taken back by the fact that it was acceptable. Like, this happened on someone's Facebook wall, and it was totally cool and okay. No one in the thread questioned it. No one who saw this particular individual's wall questioned anything. It was just totally alright. So I'm just wondering, when the fuck is it gonna be, politically incorrect to be transphobic? Because I had a conversation with someone a couple weeks ago about how I'm 24, so the generation after me, so really people born from like 19, I'd say the late 90s babies up, those are the individuals who are really growing up in a society where it is not okay to be homophobic. It's not cool to say shit like that's so gay and faggot and fairy and all those other type of nasty ass words that people use to describe the wonders of homosexuality and homosexuals and all types of queer people. So I'm wondering, how long is it going to take before it's not okay to call people a dirty tranny or a hermaphrodite or a he-she? Because it's just really nasty, derogatory, rude, ignorant, tacky, and all of those things just rolled into one. And, I personally, with this particular incident, I found it very funny that these people were having a conversation about me literally all day long. My episode was on at 2 p.m. It went off at 3 p.m. and they were talking about me at 11 o'clock at night. Which kind of makes me feel good. Because, I'm famous, whatever. But it also made me feel really sad because, here's people my age. These individuals are actually like 3 to 4 years younger than I am. And they're openly transphobic and no one seems to care. Except for, myself, my allies, my immediate support group, and other trans guys that I know, and that I pointed the post out to. So, when is it going to be our turn to be protected? I always feel like the trans community, we've done so much for the LGBT community. It was drag queens and other gender benders and performers and, non-gender conformists who were throwing the first punches and stones at Stonewall. But yet we get left behind when it comes to simple things like, equal rights. In many places, you can be fired for being trans. Plain and simple. You're not protected. Gender identity, not protected. You can be, denied housing. So you can be homeless and jobless all because you're trans. Like, what kind of fucked up society is it when that's okay? And I personally don't like a lot of the gay civil rights organizations because they do a lot of times they marginalize or exclude their trans peers because it's easier. It's easy to say, well, we want, equal rights for gay people. And to exclude gender identity, saying, oh, that'll come next. I'm tired of waiting. I'm tired of waiting for my turn. It's ridiculous. I'm sick of it. It's irritating. And honestly, I don't believe there's enough trans activists out there who are, in a position where they can help to make a difference. Because it is not cheap to transition. It's not cheap. When people try to come up to me and be like, well, you made a choice to do blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I made a choice to transition so that I could live a happy and semi-normal life because I'm just kind of weird, so I'm never going to be normal. Whatever that means, normal. But, surgeries, hormones, therapist appointments, doctors, all that type of stuff, where a lot of it is not covered by insurance, it gets real pricey real quick. So a lot of us can't afford, people who are activists, they can afford to not have a paying 9 to 5. A lot of trans individuals, we can't afford that. Unless we were born with a silver spoon in our mouth, which, our parents and other loved ones didn't yank away when we came out. Most of us can't afford that type of stuff. We can't afford to be lobbyists, which is why our voices aren't heard. So, I'm actually, along with a friend of mine who is currently in law school, we were talking about, basically queer-oriented civil rights, law, and activism. That's what we were talking about. And how it was something that we were both passionate about and wanted to pursue possibly together. So if you have any suggestions or ideas or whatever, then shoot them to me, because I am really sick and tired of being sick and tired. And because I don't have a job right now, I have a whole lot of free time to, research shit on the internet. When I'm from 8 to 5, usually I'm out looking for a job. So from 5 o'clock until whenever the hell I pass out, I have plenty of time to look for, resources and ways to make this dream a reality. So hit me up with your ideas, suggestions, whatever, and hopefully we'll make this happen, relatively soon. Alright? So, y'all have a good morning, afternoon, or night, depending on when you watch this, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace.